Hi guys, welcome to my travel and recycle channel. My name is Hanna Shagurina and I'm here to share some insight about sustainable travel to Slovenia. In the last several years, I noticed that all my travels became test on immigrantability. I'm visiting the country and immediately start checking if this country is suitable for relocation or not. With Slovenia, it was even more special because during the last 7 years, I dreamed to move there, and therefore I even intentionally choose very low season, beginning of December, to be there to explore this country in very unpopular time, to understand how I feel there, not in the beautiful May or October, where every country, to be honest, is quite beautiful. Therefore, that was quite an interesting trip, and I'm going to share my thoughts about traveling there and also about relocation. So maybe you will find this video useful, and if so, please don't forget to press like, share this video with your friends, and share some comments. I will highly appreciate this. My small, tiny YouTube channel definitely need this. My travel was structured in a way that I lived in Ljubljana for 6 days, but made one-day trips to the cities nearby. It's actually quite convenient travel structure, so maybe you would like to follow. So one of the first trip that I made was to Lake Bled, which is very popular touristic destination. In December it was not that crowded, but I could tell you that the bus, that is regular bus operated by local service provider, which is called Arriva, was full of tourists, and I cannot imagine how crowded it is during the summer season. Therefore, I keep reminding you that low season travel are amazing opportunity to explore the country without crowds of people around. Some photos from Bled will tell more than I will explain, so I will not stop there. Just make sure that you include this into your travel list. Another place that you can include into your travel is the lake that is located near Bled, but a little bit further. It's called Bohanj. It's also very nice. I did not make this trip because I decided that in one day it would be quite overkill. During the winter season, as you know, it's getting darker earlier. Therefore, I just skip this, but definitely if you're visiting Slovenia for the longer period or during the summer season, it would worth to include Bohinj lake into your internal list as well. With Slovenia, it's quite interesting that it's located near different countries like Italy, Austria, and the impact of these countries is quite high. For example, Maribor reminds me more Austria vibes, and definitely I would like to recommend you to visit the city to understand this part of the country. And by the way, you can travel here by train. From other side, you have also other cities like Piran, a very popular touristic destination, but also please don't skip Koper and Izola. These are also seaside cities, and they are very nice, very sunny. Comparing to Ljubljana, it was very warm there, and very nice opportunity to walk near the seaside from Koper to Izola. It was like around 2 hours walk with stops for the photos and some breaks, and it's really nice walkable path across these two cities. Piran I didn't visit this time despite the plan, but this is kind of another seaside landmark on Slovenian map. For Ljubljana, I would recommend you to leave at least 2-3 days to explore the city more than just glance look, because there is a castle, there is a huge park which is called Tivoli Park, with kind of hiking routes inside of it, and also inside of the city you also have different layers of interesting things. First glance look on the city can give you maybe wrong impression on the city, and more you are diving into the layers, you will see more and more details. And I can tell you that by the end of the trip, I realized that it's not enough. Even these 2-3 days that I spent in Ljubljana, I wanted to spend more time to explore it more. Therefore, definitely not skip capital, because capitals usually are considered to be boring. Not in this case. Definitely Ljubljana worth to stay longer. So to summarize how my travel was structured, I arrived to Ljubljana via airport, then commute to Ljubljana as a capital, and then spent here 1 or 2 days. On the third day, we went to Bled Lake. Then it was Maribor. Then was 1 day break in Ljubljana again, and then was the seaside trip and 1 more day in Ljubljana. It was quite a good balance between kind of 1 day trips and also resting in the city. Maybe you would also like to do the same structure of the travel. And now let me share some observation. I recorded them yesterday when I just returned to share with you. This is my beloved notebook made by the very cool Ukrainian projects. One of them is No Waste Ukraine, and second one is relief paper. So this notebook is made from recycled paper leaves, fallen leaves that you see every autumn, and I definitely like it. Off top. Sorry. Okay, let's go to my observation. First of all, disappointment with the weather. Somehow I was quite sure that weather in Slovenia would be warm, and definitely warmer than in Poland and in Warsaw, where I'm living now. To be honest, the weather was totally equal, like the same. It was very foggy, very gray, and that was very depressive, to be
Zero
honest.
bilisibity, zero bisibibilil.
Even because when you are traveling, you expect that it would be a little bit more sunny, and maybe it was my false expectations. To be honest, I didn't check the kind of climate and weather in Slovenia before that. So what I learned, the weather is really, even during the summer months, is quite the same. So for me, it was quite a disappointment, but overall, it was quite comfortable to walk during this trip. That's very interesting because Ljubljana is located quite kind of between several hills, and these hills are preventing the sun and kind of stopping the clouds, and that's even during the warmer season the same. For me, it was quite a surprise that every time we went for the 1 day trip to any city in Slovenia, it was like, oh wow, there is a sun, there is a nice weather. Yeah, Ljubljana was quite sad. Moving on with my observations, for sure I cannot skip the food topic. There are several desserts that you must try, and they are kind of everywhere. They are not vegan, they are vegetarian, of course. First one is called krem rezina, and second one is gebanica. Both are quite interesting. Depends on your taste, you could like it or not. Good place to try these desserts is Zvezda Cafe. There are several locations in Ljubljana city. I also tried the iconic creme rezina dessert in the cafe. The name I forget, is located in the Bled city near the lake. To be honest, for me in Zvezda Cafe it was more tasty, but the right recipe, the iconic one, is considered to be in the Bled, because Bled is kind of a place where this dessert was born. Don't know. So just give it a try and then make your own conclusions. Another point, for sure, Slovenia is still Balkan. And in Balkan, you for sure can find bureks. Burek is kind of a pie, layered one, and with different fillings. It could be with meat that we're not choosing. There could be cheese. It could be potato. Interesting point that in Slovenia there are popular type of bureks with apples, like Apples, really. That was the first time I saw this. It was a very interesting point. They're still quite salty in my perception. So more like a dessert rather than a burek classic one. But it was interesting to try. Iconic place to eat bureks is definitely Olympia burek place. You can find it easily on the Google map. And another interesting point about bureks, as soon as Slovenia is highly influenced by Italian vibes, there is a new invention there that is called pizza burek. So inside of burek, classic one, you have kind of ingredients of the pizza. Um, Quite interesting, but worth to try as soon as you are visiting this country and if you like bureks. And with bureks, there is always a golden rule: the greasier one, the tastier. And don't forget that paper from the greasy bureks is not recyclable. Just throw it away. There are for sure vegan places in Ljubljana and other cities. I visited one of them during my first day. I will leave the link here. But to be honest, majority of the meals we cooked ourselves at the rented apartment because the prices are quite high in Slovenia overall, and it was just quite a challenge to eat outdoor every day. Very nice point to mention that tap water in Slovenia is drinkable if only other thing is mentioned. Even in the airport, in the toilet, it's written that water is drinkable. The same, by the way, was in Austria when I visited last year. I read several articles that confirming that yes, Slovenia is famous for its good quality of the water. Therefore, just enjoy it. And I'm sure that during the summer months, with no problem, you will refill your water bottle that you will take with you in any cafes, like for no money. I visited Slovenia in early December, therefore it was already Christmas market in place, and it was very nice during the winter time to walk around the city, to explore it, and in the cafes there are lots of local people, but I would admit that during the weekend it was very, very crowded. Much more people arrived, and seems like it's Italian tourists who are visiting Slovenia, which is very nice, but very crowded. Therefore, if you plan your trip during the Christmas time, please consider that during the weekend it's very, very popular and could be quite crowded. Public transport. To be honest, inside of the cities, even in Ljubljana, you don't need public transport. You can easily walk everywhere, but for sure there are buses that you can use with no problem. I didn't use them, therefore nothing to comment from my side. But to explore the country, you for sure will use buses and trains, and you can easily find the timetable and use it for your plans. Important disclaimer, right now the railway and bus station is under construction, and I believe that during the whole 2026 most probably it would be still in this state. Therefore it's quite chaotic on this railway place, but not impossible to figure out how it's working. Just please make sure that you arrive a little bit in advance to make sure that you will find the right platform and the right bus stop as well, because again, due to construction work, it could be a little bit not intuitive. From airport to the city center, you can commute by bus. That is departure every 30 minutes, and the time of the travel would be around 30 minutes as well. You can buy the ticket directly from the driver, but only by cash. On the bus/train station, you can buy a ticket both by cash and by card. And also, as far as I understood, during the weekend and holiday season, there is kind of a discount that is applicable for the train tickets, and you can buy it with less money. Being a tourist, you for sure will need to speak with locals, like buying tickets, asking some help, or in the restaurant. With no problem, locals are speaking English, therefore you can easily find out what you need. So here, no problem. Also, I do believe that majority of locals most probably speak speak German and Italian. I didn't check because I don't speak these languages. But again, English is quite commonly known by people of all generations. Therefore, I didn't find any problem discussing any type of topic I need to check. I already told that Slovenia is quite costly country, and being a tourist, eating outdoor, commuting by bus or by train, it's not that cheap overall. Even I heard that Slovenia is compared with Switzerland due to the beauty of its nature, but also because of the prices. Therefore, please take into account, plan your costs in advance. And another point to mention about cost here is the tourist tax that you should pay for every day of your stay. The exact amount of this tax per day per person would be there. So if your host is asking you to pay some more money, it's not a scam, it's real story. During my whole trip in Slovenia, I felt very peaceful and very safe. And that's very nice to just explore the country without any stress. Even as I mentioned, on the bus and train station, there are reconstruction works, but like still it's quite peaceful, you know, even despite of the stress usually you have during kind of travel, commuting. Even in these places, it felt like, yeah, relax, kind of this Balkan Polako vibes dispersed here too. But I should admit that trains and buses during my travel, everything was as per schedule without any delays. Seems like here German, Austrian vibes dominates in this area of the life. In this trip, I completely skipped hiking opportunities, and as you know, Slovenia is known for its national parks and very beautiful nature. And for sure, I would like to come back and explore this side of the country and record more videos to you. But in early December, it's not the best idea to hike. But even inside of the city, you can a little bit hike in Tivoli Park because there are some passes and you can explore the, but you will not see anything because of the fog. And now my favorite topic, recycling. Slovenia is known for its high recycling rate and very dedicated efforts to increase recycling rate during the last years. That I was surprised to learn that there is such kind of a system that I see for the first time in all my travels that is called pay as you throw. This system means that around the city you can find underground bins with solar panels on them. And on these solar panels, there are also kind of placeholder for the card that local people can place, and that's how the bin will be opened. So not every random tourist can open this bin. So after you open the bin, you can place your bag with your recyclables, always compost because city is composting as well. And depending on the size of the bag, because there are two sizes, you will be charged for the specific amount of waste that you place in the bin. So, for example, for the bigger bag with waste, you will pay more, and for the smaller bag of waste, you will pay less. And it's very cool because it's actually given the opportunity for people who really care about the nature and for people who really try to minimize their waste and live their waste life. It's given the opportunity to kind of pay less, which is very cool, and I think it's fair. And if you will stay in the rented apartments rather than in the hotel, check with your host what are recycling rules in this specific area, and they will navigate you. Most probably you will even not be in charge to deal with it. Most probably your host will do this for you, but at least try to sort waste in a right way. And the rules are quite similar like everywhere. There are very standard bins like in the whole Europe for paper, for metal, plastic, for composting and for non-recyclable. So without any problem you will recycle your waste. If you want my honest opinion, I could not say that Ljubljana is very clean capital. Here and there you can find some waste on the streets. Not that awful situation, but for example, when I compared with Montenegro, which I thought would be worse. To be honest, in my perception, it was quite the same, despite Slovenia is known for its high sustainability standards and high recycling rates. But again, on the city streets in Ljubljana, it was quite polluted, I would say. Therefore, for me, it was quite an interesting observation. But overall, when you're just traveling by bus or by train, I observed the riverside and also in the bushes, like usually the places where people like to throw some waste. Um, the reality, I didn't notice much waste there. Again, not sure if it's because it's cleaned up or because it's like not thrown away. I don't know. But in the, again, natural spots, it's cleaner. Another thing that impressed me in Slovenia was their love for the crafted things, for the handmade type of souvenirs and also other things. There are local shops that are producing variety of products, from jewelry to notebooks, from, I don't know, socks, from the wool till, I don't know, some other things. That was interesting point, and I really appreciate this, that they try to encourage local small businesses to produce some local products. That's very nice and definitely inspired me even to look into this area with one of the projects that I'm thinking about quite for a while. Stay tuned. When I shared on my Instagram page that I'm going to visit Slovenia and that I'm considering this country for relocation, maybe in future, some people just replied to me saying that they consider Slovenia also for their relocation, even now, or maybe in the foreseeable future, or during the retirement. And it was interesting to learn that we are kind of like-minded in my Instagram community, because Slovenia, again, is well known for its high sustainable standards, and most probably that is the reason because people consider this country for the relocation, and it's really good. But let me share my thoughts, what I felt visiting this country with very defined reason, and I really try to listen myself, like how I will feel here living for the long term. First important point that was quite obvious for me from the very beginning, but I still wanted to understand this from the vibe of the city. It's about career opportunities. Even Ljubljana is quite a small city, and I have no illusions that to find here the good job would be a challenge. First of all, I don't know Slovenian. Okay, I can learn. But comparing myself with locals, most probably, as I mentioned, they know German and Italian and English, of course, by default. Most probably, I will be treated like less preferred candidate. And currently, my career is developing in the area of tech and sustainability, which, to be honest, is kind of attached to the areas of big corporations. And Slovenia is not known as the big business center, and therefore, I would assume that to find here the good job for me would be a challenge. And I'm quite ambitious girl. For me, it's quite important to build a career. Therefore, as of now, I don't think that Slovenia is a good place to live in. But it's just one of the things, so let me proceed with further points. Another point to mention is infrastructure. Overall, it's quite good. I mean, commuting between cities is quite good. Being a tourist, you will find no problem doing this. But what I learned and what I already feel immediately being even a tourist, there are less services. Like, for example, now I'm living in Poland, and here you can, like, without any problem, order any type of goods or services from Poland companies, or from European Union, or even from other cities and countries, and without any problem it would be delivered. And inside of the city you can find any type of service, I don't know, from well-being to sport to anything else, and you have variety of things to choose from. I feel like due to the size of the country and due to the kind of vibe of it, I don't believe that in Ljubljana this type of opportunities will be there. For sure, you will find, I don't know, Pilates studio or some kind of delivery service without any problem. but most probably you will not have much choice, and the quality of the service most probably would be less than I used to already, and most probably the price would be quite high because again, Slovenia is quite costly. Not necessarily I explore this part of the life, but I feel maybe, especially at the very beginning, for me it would be quite boring to live in Slovenia and in Ljubljana even, because in Warsaw, without any issues, you can go to the concert, to stand up, to theater. Not necessarily I'm going there every day or every month, but even knowing that there are such opportunities kind of make me feel better, and I really appreciate this type of opportunities, and sometimes I'm using them. I feel like in Slovenia it would be a challenge because every time you need to travel, most probably, to the cities and countries nearby, because I don't believe that big bands will come to Slovenia with concerts. Most probably you will need to travel to Austria again or to Italy, which is kind of nice and good, but that linking us to the next point in my list why I'm not choosing Slovenia today for the relocation is that you will be attached to the car. I recently passed my driving license test in Poland. Therefore, like I have the driving license, but do I want to travel by car regularly? Not really. And again, airport of Ljubljana is quite small, and I know that people who are living in Ljubljana, they very often commuting first to Vienna or to some Italian cities to fly further, because not that many flights are going from Slovenia, from Ljubljana airport, and it's very tiny, by the way. And again, speaking about events and concerts and etc., it's not that easy to receive this experience. I'm not saying that it's impossible, but you kind of need to make some additional efforts to receive them. While for me, it's quite important. Like, for example, you see me in the t shirt of 3 Days Grace, who recently visited Poland. And it was nice, it was very cool. But again, asking myself, would I like to be attached to the car and every time I need to receive some experience to travel abroad? Not necessarily, it's very convenient. Especially having a family, maybe it would be not that cheap and not be that easy. But all these minuses were to a certain extent known for me. One of the most important points that I really tried to understand, which was the purpose of this trip, was the vibe. I tried to give myself a super honest answer being in this country and exploring it during the whole week that I spent, and trying to listen myself and trying to understand how I feel. And there was like nothing, no such type of, inspiration or any type of, I don't know, excitement. It was just ordinary life, calm one, yes, peaceful one, yes, pleasant, okay, yes, okayish, but not that kind of the feeling that you fell in love. I'm still comparing all the countries where I'm living, that I'm just visiting for the touristic purposes, with Montenegro, where I spent my 9 months of life. With Montenegro, it's quite interesting because I lived in Podgorica, which is considered to be not touristic city at all. But for me, Podgorica was this type of the great balance of the beauty of the city and this calm vibe. And I expected that Slovenia would be kind of pro level, advanced level of Montenegro, but it's definitely not the same. It's not comparable. So surprisingly for me, Slovenia was not the country that I fell in love. It was just good country with good European values, qualities, opportunities, but not that vibe that I'm looking for. And the city, Ljubljana, because I consider it only Ljubljana for the relocation, Um, it did not give me any type of inspiration that I wanted to feel in the city. That's why, if you ask me today, what is my decision about relocation, potential one again, to Ljubljana, to Slovenia, I would say no, no. I'm right now choosing Warsaw to my own big surprise. Maybe in future something will change, maybe I will change my mind, but overall, I was very surprised to learn this because again, the purpose of the trip was like to explore this, to feel it, which was fulfilled, but not in the expected way. As a conclusion, I just wanted to say that being an immigrant during the last 7 years, for me, it's very difficult now to travel because, again, I'm exploring the country not as a tourist, but I'm exploring it as an option for the relocation. But I definitely enjoy my touristic experience in Slovenia. I will definitely like to come back to explore some hiking roads, to explore some bicycle infrastructure, and to spend some more days in different cities, including Ljubljana even. Um, I glad that I made this trip, and I grateful for this opportunity to check the vibe of the city before I will make any decision for relocation. Hopefully, these thoughts would be useful for some of you who also consider these opportunities for the touristic purposes of a relocation. If so, again, kindly remind you to share your comments and thoughts in the comments below, and please don't forget to press like. This all will help to grow my YouTube channel. Thanks a lot for watching. Travel and recycle.